I can't get my mouse to work. No. My mouse doesn't work. So I can't move my notes down.
We're live on Facebook. Sorry about that. We were just talking. Anyway, let's just get moving. It's all about winging it, right? Sometimes. Hi, Charmaine. You're having problems with your mouse, you're saying?
My mouse won't work.
Okay.
It's the full moon.
It's the full moon. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Are you good there? I'll just talk while you're doing that. So
with my mouse.
Karen Howe TV show series 11, where we show you how to uplevel your life in different areas of your life. So you'll see the past 10 shows that we've done. I'm looking a bit dark here. Look at that. It's the moon, see? Woohoo! It's all playing a part in this. The last 10 episodes you'll see on my YouTube, Karen Howe YouTube. You can go there. And they're usually between 20 and 25 minutes, no more than that, certainly less than half an hour. And it covers off different areas of your life. So we just explore these opportunities and things that through our experiences that we have done that's made a difference to free up our lives, to expand our horizons, and to live certainly a life full of adventures.
Sharing what's worked for us.
Yes, thank you. So I'm Karen Howe, and I'm your transformational coach, inspirational writer, now published author of Reclaim Your Life. I haven't got my book with me. And I'm a speaker. So Charmaine, I'll let you introduce yourself, and then we can get into talking about the moon.
I'm Charmaine Livingston. My work is soul frequency feng shui. I'm a feng shui consultant. Doing earth and soul alignments, helping people, families and businesses who are feeling stuck or unwell to restore flow and balance in their lives and ultimately heal their homes and bodies at the same time through feng shui. I say life is a puzzle and the code is your home, and feng shui can help you create more flow and harmony in your life.
We like that bit of flow. So this is what we're about, getting into the flow. And, you know, I'm just going to digress a minute because I really love this analogy about getting in the flow, riding the wave. You know, we've brought that up before, Charmaine.
Yeah.
If you turn your back on a wave, it's going to just dump you, right? However, if you see the wave coming and you dive into it, it's going to be a much better outcome for you.
Yeah.
So ride that wave.
If you're not looking, you'll be dumped every time. Whereas if you anticipate it coming, you can surf it, you can dive under it, and it'll be fun then.
Love that expression. So the topic we're going to talk about here today, though, is the full moon rituals that can change your life. So if we think about it, and I've got to be honest with you, I'm still studying this. Charmaine knows certainly a whole lot more than I do. However, I do know when the full moon's coming, and it's generally 3 days before you will feel it.
You will.
There's a whole other aspect through the Chinese astrology and the Western astrology. We talk about elements and planets and the time you were born. I've had both charts done for me, so I have a much better understanding of why things happen. And I think that's the thing, is awareness, because the moon and the planets we know are a pull, and they influence on all living things, our mind, our body, our emotions. It's just like the tides.
Yeah, you can feel it.
You do feel it. So as some of us know, full moons can be a time of heightened emotions. Climaxes, meltdowns and conclusions, but they're also a time where questions are answered and epiphanies are realized. If we are in that headspace and we allow ourselves to be aware of, okay, what's coming again, that wave, we can then get through these times without struggle, you could say, Charmaine. Is that a good term to use? You know, if
we'll see that wave coming, that's what we'll do. So the wave will still come, or the waves will get smaller, I guess. But we'll see them coming and acknowledge them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So we've just come out of this full pink moon. So 3 days before, 3 days after. So there's still an opportunity to activate 3 days after. So tuning in with us, we will give you some ideas on how we do that. When we talked about the astrology in the Western side, you would hear things like Scorpio, we're going into, this Scorpio or Cancerian time or whatever, they refer to the star signs. It doesn't necessarily mean because you're a Scorpio, this is how you will be affected. It actually could be quite the opposite. It just depends on if you have had your charts done, you'll understand this a whole lot better. So for me, Scorpio is quite impactful for me. They call it the different houses from 1 to 10. Is that right, Charmaine, by memory?
Yeah, there's 12 houses.
12 houses, I'm sorry, yeah. So I won't go into this in detail because this wasn't where we were going today, but it's just talking about we're entering a Scorpio and we're riding this monster moon.
Yeah, so every house will impact you differently, whether it's love or money.
Career.
It's sort of associated with a different aspect of your life. So whatever is impacting your chart at the time of the full moon is what will come up for you. So when we talk about what comes up for a full moon, whatever your sign, whatever is, wherever the moon is in your chart at that time, that's what's coming up for you. Whether it's money or love, all the challenges will come up for you to release them on the full moon, just in time. It'll bring it to you 3 days before, so you can release them to the full moon.
And it comes to you
up level.
You need it.
Yep.
whether it's a challenge and you don't know, what to do, it's there presenting itself. So like a lunar cocktail, This one unleashed some pretty dramatic emotions though. So because the Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people be feeling it.
Yeah, you'd be feeling it. The lunar event charges the air. And because it's a big full pink moon, it's very seductive. I love pink. Look at that. This is why I wear my pink hat. Oh, I'm going the opposite direction.
Wow.
So a lot of intense attractions have been bubbling away in the background, and we've been seeing it. I've been seeing it within my family. A lot of changes, and it could explode passionately. Be aware, though, you will have zero tolerance for disloyalty under this moonbeam. So today we also welcome in Pluto the pup. She shifted into her annual retrograde just yesterday, and she invites you deeper into that Pandora box, the chamber of secrets, if you will. Now, this will go between now through to October. So some great opportunities here. Charmaine, I'll let you talk about retrograde because I'll just completely stuff that up.
Well, retrograde is when the universe is sort of actually going backwards, and a lot of people will say, oh, it's retrograde, I won't be able to get anything done, everything will go wrong, which is partly true. I mean, you don't want to be trying to achieve in this time, you want to be more reflecting. So, and reflection is necessary. It's the yin and the yang. So that, you're expanding and then contracting, expanding and contracting. So retrograde gives you a time to reflect on everything you've been, all your goals and everything you've been trying so hard, and then now you say, no, it all comes to a halt because it's time for you to reflect and go back and see what else can be done. So embrace it. Don't fear it. See it as too much and not feel it's necessary.
Love it. Thank you.
Flow.
So you've got 5 months now to play. These are sexy times. So get your current wish list. Get that wish list out. Use this time to just dive into whatever it is for you. Financial abundance, new opportunities, further education. I've got my program I'm going to start writing in the next month. So for me, I want to, I'm going to be doing a lot of research because I want to bring some meaningful content. And, there's education, which I'll be undertaking. But that's just some examples.
Yeah.
So I find too, one thing I did read, which I picked up on somebody put out there yesterday, sometimes a Scorpion's heart festers with a focus on unresolved events from the past. Feelings like jealousy, resentment can come up. So under the supermoon, it's time to come clean about your feelings so you can heal. Honesty and forgiveness, so it will navigate you back, and this is what I love, back to your wild and fun self.
Yeah, you're free.
Be free.
that's what we're doing. We're releasing all our baggage and stuff that's holding us back from achieving what we want to achieve.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
on the full moon, if you're wondering why all your stuff comes up, if you're setting goals on your new moon 2 weeks before the full moon, you're asking a question, you're wanting abundance, and you're wanting more money, or you're asking for love. If you ask that question on the new moon 2 weeks prior, the universe answers you in a way that you may not realize. And
Yeah.
the way it does that is, it's okay, if you want all this stuff, it's going to put in front of you what's stopping you from achieving that stuff. So on the full moon, 3 days before the full moon, everything will come up in your face about money and love that needs to be let go for you to achieve those goals. So if you want to achieve love, this is what's holding you back. It could be, you could find negative emotions come up, or you're triggered in different ways. And then by being aware of these, just what's being shown to you that is in the way of you finding that true love. So your full moon rituals are about making peace with the past so that you can move into a new future and shift to a higher level of being, that love and above that we talked about before.
Yeah.
Before we can do this, we need to let go of stuff that's weighing us down. And so we can do this through the full moon. The biggest way to move through a full moon, or the best way to up level through a full moon, is about forgiving, releasing, and letting go. Yeah. So
I love it.
That's a great thing to do on the full moon, and especially.
I used to write things down, Charmaine, and then because I've done many courses around, how to manage, through a full moon and letting go. And I used to just write it down and then I would burn it. So just releasing it and physically letting it go. Now I'm emotionally, mentally, I do that now.
Yeah.
I just naturally go, no, well, that's nothing to do with me. What's just happened, that trigger with that person has nothing to do with me. I don't take that on board. I no longer chew the cud and go over and over and worry about what something said or done. I just go, that's done, been said, done. Forgive me if I said something out of place or it might have been taken out of context, but that's it. I don't go any further than that. So you won't get any fuzziness. With me, you get very clear. I'm very clear. And sometimes mostly I can be very direct. And that's just who I am. You love me or you hate me.
So these emotions can come up anytime, but if you really notice them coming up 3 days before the moon, that's when it is best to write them down, as you were saying. So you can say, oh, everything's going wrong right now. I'm feeling unworthy. I'm feeling a little bit depressed, and you're like, oh, it's 3 days before the full moon. I'm going to write these down because this is really good stuff. So when heightened emotions arrive before the full moon, it's a great opportunity. So we want to ask, maybe who is it that I still need to forgive, and sometimes it can be yourself, guilt about stuff, and am I ready to release it and let it go? And we need to remember, with practicing forgiveness, forgiveness is something we do for us, for you. It's not for the person that hurt you, and it does in no way imply that what that person did is okay. It's simply a powerful way for you to process hurt and emotions and move through to a new now. And it can lead to profound healing, transformation, and growth. Because holding on to resentment, anger, past trauma is not affecting anybody negatively except yourself.
That's right.
So if you're having a hard time with forgiveness, saying I can never forgive that person, just remember it's not about them. It's about releasing you. And there's an old guru saying holding on to resentment or not forgiving someone is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So you're making yourself toxic by holding on to that resentment. So if stuff comes up for you, write it down and be sure to acknowledge it, release it, and just burning it on a bit of paper is amazing.
Yeah. Tear it up, cut it up, whatever, throw it away.
Or fold it up. Ideally, I would say write it down, write all your stuff down there, that everything that's come down. Oh,
that's surfaced for you.
Yeah, that made me feel, that really triggered me. I felt guilty.
Really uncomfortable.
So I now release all guilt, and those negative emotions and anything, that is making you feel this way. And you fold it up 3 times and then burn it under the new moon, and you'll really notice how it really lightens your mind. And lets it go physically.
And I would say things like, I now forgive, I now release, I now let go when I'm ready. If I think, oh, I'm not sure about whether I'm ready yet, next time, next moon.
That's right. Yeah. So ask at the beginning, what it's about, but then also ask, am I ready to let it go? You may not be, and that's okay. I mean, it's like you can move through the moons all year. So there's always going to be stuff that you're not ready to do, and that's for a later time.
Just keep it on your list, though, because it has surfaced for a reason. You just may not be ready yet.
No.
So don't
just showing you that this is there, and when you're ready, you can take a look at it.
But these all seem like simple things, but they are so impactful on our lives and our health and well-being. Something as simple as something that's happened in our life, and I can rattle off a whole heap, but it's in my book, so read my book. But it's they're things that made such a difference when I opened up about them, and it wasn't about the person or the situation. I was able to recognize that within myself that had nothing to do with me.
No.
It was just the feeling it left me, because you're always wanting to save somebody, and people can't be saved. You just have to look after you, and then the rest opens up around you. And for others. So giving them the opportunity by helping yourself opens up the opportunity for someone else that's around you. And one thing,
you heal yourself, you heal your family line. Yeah. You heal those around you by your vibration. So letting this go, we rise up a lighter vibration, a lighter frequency, and that definitely rubs off onto those around us.
And I see that around my family. I've seen growth in my family now and how they think. And I'm not saying that obviously I changed that for them, but it was just, it's a bit like, a domino effect. You change the way you think and you don't react to things.
That's it. So not reacting, because when all the arguments start, you could say, what you said hurt me. There's something, you did something wrong.
Yes.
Whereas if you're awake and conscious of this, then you think to yourself, what he said hurt me. What do I need to feel, instead of saying something wrong? And that's where the diamond change.
Exactly. And to be open and transparent and honest. Now, I don't know how many times people say to me, I want the truth. If you said, do you want the truth?
You can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Because you give them the truth and it's like, oh man, that's just too much to deal with. But then you've just got to let them walk away and work through that, because something's triggered in them when you've said that. As long as you're not being cruel, and it's just maybe something, that you need to tell them that's happening in your life that's going to impact them. But, it's about, being open and honest, having an open, honest, particularly in partnerships.
Yeah. So you're making choices every day. So you can choose to be offended, or you can choose to accept it, or you can choose not to react or choose to react. You can't choose what other people do, but you can choose how to react to what other people do.
That's right. And the other thing is, I forgot to mention, is about finding your tribe and collaborating with people that you really connect with, because that's always going to be the case, particularly during this time of change. We've got a new world order, changes coming through. Old traditions are no longer going to serve us. And we had this conversation, and we're actually going to make that one of our next lives, talking about traditions, because all the stuff that we respond to is all social. And I now see that more and more, because our son Dylan does not adhere, to a point he does, but he acts on primal. So he acts on instinct and his innate self. He hasn't lost that through social acceptance and what we've been told that we should do, be, and act, and what we should say and not say and do.
That is most of our stress.
And that's,
religion, your sexuality, all that stuff. If it's not in line with tradition, you put under pressure, you put under stress, and unnecessary. Let that tradition go.
So during this period, you're going to have people that are still very much strong around tradition, and that is okay. We're not here to come and tell you how you live your life, by the way, either.
No.
if something doesn't sit right and you do need to speak up or speak out, find your tribe, find the people you hang out with, collaborate with those people, you know, and just,
yeah. Say, is this working for me? You know, this tradition, is it working for me? Is it flowing? Is it making me happy? And if it's not, then, you know,
yeah. Wow, I think, gosh, there's a lot in that. One of the things we did want to cover off at the end was a full moon forgiveness formula or prayer, because we were talking about, you know, the forgiveness and then releasing, letting go. There's actually a prayer that you can do. It has nothing to do with religion, by the way. When we talk prayers, I pray every day.
Yeah, you pray with your heart every day.
Gratitude, yeah, all around.
Yeah.
So I pray from my heart, exactly. So yeah. I'm not sure. I will.
Not pushing any religion on anybody.
Yeah. Do you want me to read this out, Charmaine?
Sure, yeah.
All right, I'm going to do that. I just felt the need to do that. So I'm going to be, wow. So this prayer we can share with you on Facebook. It's from a book whose actual, Yasmin Boland has got an amazing Numerology book. So look out for that. I'm assuming she puts that out every year, does she, Charmaine? Because it's from the write-in journal. Yep,
it's a yearly journal.
So this is her prayer, and this is how it would play out. And we will share this with you on our, we'll put it in the comments area. So I forgive everything, everyone, every experience, every memory of the past or present that needs forgiveness. I forgive positively everyone. I also forgive myself of past mistakes. The universe is love, and I am forgiven and governed by love alone. Love is now adjusting my life. Realizing this, I abide in peace. I bring love and healing to all my thoughts, beliefs, and relationships. I learn my lessons and move on. I call on my soul fragments to be cleansed by the full moon, and I call on them to rejoin me. I send love to myself and everyone I know and everyone who knows me in all directions of time and space. Under this glorious full moon, I am healed. My life is healed, and so it is. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Yasmin Boland.
I love that. Do that to the full moon.
And that's 3 days before and 3 days after?
Well, I would do this on the full moon to the full moon and look up the times and do it at the night. I'll do your burning at night as well. So notice everything that comes up 3 days before and just write for 3 days. And then on the actual moon, I would say this to the moon and burn that, burn all the stuff down to the moon. I mean, you can say this prayer over and over and over, but on the actual night of the moon is the most powerful.
Okay, you've heard it, everybody. You have it there. We will share with you, and
feel the shift afterwards.
It's incredible. It's amazing. It's just like whoop, that taking off that tight shoe.
Very light. Stuff will change. Life will change.
Yeah. So we'll also share our contact details in the comments area. So if you're looking for your house to be feng shuied, there's so much more to it. That was not probably a good way to advertise you, Charmaine, but we will leave Charmaine's details there, so Charmaine can do your Chinese astrology charts, and she can also do your healing of your house, your home, space you live in.
Yeah, like a life alignment, feeling it.
Yeah, and it's incredible. Yeah. So please get in touch. And her prices, I keep saying you need to put your price up, Charmaine. She just wants to help people, which is
throw a bit of love in there.
Amazing. You're coming from the heart.
Yeah.
And of course, my book, Reclaim Your Life, is out there. I've actually only got 10 copies left. I've been out marketing at the markets, out doing signing of my book, and it's been amazing. My t-shirts, my book are just, this is one of them here, is what it is.
That's the great one.
Yeah.
That is like Surrender. It says surrender.
Surrender. It does say surrender. Just
Love it.
what it is. And yeah, very exciting times ahead. Now, I'm going to be away for a few weeks because I'm off doing research for my program. I'm going to be traveling in my caravan. I'm going to be a gypsy for at least 2 weeks out of that 3. And I am just so looking forward to that time and space to free my mind to be able to write this program and bring you some great, meaningful content. So stay tuned. We will probably, I think we worked out, we'll be back on the 20th, Charmaine, but we're going to share lots of, Charmaine's got some ideas for TikTok, which I'm just starting to get into the idea of TikTok. But really,
do some promo videos and
yeah. So we'll share some picture posts, and we'll keep you engaged. And if you have any questions, you know, you can certainly contact us through our websites as well. Or yeah, I think your mobile's there, Charmaine, as well, isn't it, to contact you?
Yeah, everything.
And me the same. So we are here, but just in a different way.
Our lives will be back.
The lives will be back on the 20th of May. That's Wednesday. Yep. All right. Any questions about full moon? Charmaine's probably going to be your best person to answer those. But I'm certainly here to talk to you. Whoever
people are being called to your book and coming to you.
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
I had 3 ladies on Sunday that just melted in my arms and allowed themselves to be emotional. Their heart just poured out, and they were so like trying to apologize. And I said, please don't apologize.
It was 3 days before the moon, and they were looking for answers, and
they saw the title of my book,
asked
me what my intention was. And as soon as I said, I no longer seek approval from others, and I make decisions for myself by myself, and that I now just can love, and my heart is open, they just went, can I hug you? Sure. And it was amazing. I just thanked them as well for being open.
Yeah, just sharing, inspiring and uplifting.
It was very inspiring. It was very inspiring. I felt grateful to be able to be in that space, to make that difference, to be there for them.
Yeah, to help people up level. Throwing that hand down, like we said in the beginning. That's why we're doing this primarily.
Putting a hand out. You reach up.
You're in the darkness.
Or a hand up, I should say, more than a hand out.
Yeah, put a hand up, and you're in the darkness. Reach out.
Yes, reaching out for people in the darkness. Yes. That's beautiful. All right, honey, you take care and enjoy the next few weeks. We'll be no doubt connecting this way, and I'll miss you, but you know, we are really entrenched now. I mean, this is week 11, so I think we've really stuck at this.
Yeah,
it's been great.
Yeah, it's growing enormously.
Yeah. Yes, we are growing, and we thank you for those connecting with us out there and growing with us.
Yeah.
Okay, we shall see you soon.
Many blessings.
Many, yes. Love, 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 love. And go be great and have fun. You are allowed to have fun. We give you permission. We give you permission.
Yeah.
To be whole. Take care.
Love you.
Love you too.